Good morning. Let's make some coffee. Let me show you what I'm working with here. This is your basic GasOne butane stove. This one happens to also use propane. There's a hose attachment. This is a Stanley Adventure Kit. Very nice stainless steel cooker. I love it. Inside this comes 2 of these cups that are perfect for coffee. And then because there's a big gap here, you can see I can't really put that on there. That gap is so you can flip this to make it take up less space. It's kind of important. I have this apple corer, and I just put that right on top, and that works as a perfect grill. It's very simple. The coffee I like, and I know a lot of people are just disgusted by this, is Via by Starbucks. It's simple, it's no mess, it doesn't take much time. I can actually make it while I'm driving, so that's what I use. You can use whatever you want. One trick I like to do is, instead of just pouring water in the pot, I like to pour water in the cup, and that way I boil exactly the right amount of water for my cup of coffee. I don't have to worry about boiling too much water. After all, water is fairly precious. Okay. There, put the lid on here. When you put on the lid, you gotta put that tab up there so it's easy to grab. And then this, if you haven't seen one of these, it works pretty much like a stove in a house. You put in a fuel canister and then you lock it into place with this. That makes sure it's firmly seated so that there's no leakage. And then to start it, you just turn it on like you would a burner at home. There's one small difference though. You turn it on all the way and then you turn it on until it clicks, and that lights it. And then you hold it for a count of 2 and let go, and you've got a nice blue flame. Now I turn it down a little bit when I'm cooking like this. Now we just wait for the water to get hot. And what's kind of fun is that you can see this condensation line here. That gives you some indication about how much longer it's going to take for the water to get hot. Good time to have an orange while we're waiting, or actually a cutie. I have passed the 1 peel challenge. Now I can glue this all back together. And look, it's like a magic trick. Oh wait, are you watching this? Because if you're watching this, it's never going to boil. Listen. It's starting to get close. Little bit more. The handle actually does stay pretty cool. I always grab it gingerly to make sure it hasn't gotten too hot, but the shape of the pot sends all the heat upwards, which is nice. So unless the flame is too big around the sides, that handle typically stays cool. You're probably safer using this, but and that's the sound. That's the sound that it's done. Let's take a look. Yes, boiling water. Well, let's turn this off. And I like to lock it by unlocking it. Do this and then turn it here. This can't come locked down, and that gas can cannot be turned on. So it's a little safety thing. Okay, here we go. And I know I have exactly the right amount of water, because that's what I put in there in the first place. And this is just clean. In fact, it's cleaner now than it was before. It's sterilized. All right. These green plastic cups, while may not be the most romantic thing in the world as far as drinking coffee, they're very effective. They're easy to clean, they can't break, and they're very insulated, so they'll keep your coffee warm longer than you might think, and you never have to worry about picking up a hot cup and burning yourself. At any rate, good morning. Cheers to you. I hope you're in a place as interesting as I am, and I'll see you down the road. Yes, that's too hot, and I have just burned my tongue.